Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to play. So we are on the clock, as it were. We've got to get to the Talos lobby and save somebody. So I'm just going to investigate fastest way to get to the Talos lobby, which is over here. Run right past a telepath and run this way. There are military operators and a new military guy just trying to kill everybody on the ship. And so while it feels like he would have been a longer person to try and fight and kill, he is to try and save people, you're going to have to really fix my suit while I'm here and fix my health while I'm here. It really feels like if you're going to try and save people's lives, you're going to have to take out and defeat this new military guy. Alright, now in this map, I guess it's medical is where we're going. So let's do that. I'm low on bullets too.
Scanning target error insufficient. Material found. Standing down.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
Morgan?
Visual contact. Engaging.
Requesting new operator. C9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear from altitude.
Let's see. Let's go and hack this turret and then repair and fortify it just to see if that helps us.
I can help you.
Where's Luther Glass?
Requesting new operator.
See, he's scanning out new military operators
CN9 box operator
non-stop.
Please stand clear of altitude.
And the only thing
Obstruction detected.
I've found is
Of debris.
something like that could be somewhat useful.
Superficial injuries. Nothing affordable medical can handle. I'll have you feeling better soon. All done. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next time. I'll be repaired soon.
We can hack these, but they don't seem like they're that useful either. So we just really need to take on this threat of a human way faster than we've had to take on the mimics, because the humans that you could save seem to find just safe spaces from the mimics. None of that really just makes a lot of sense because
New operator.
it really makes the mimics not feel as
CN9
Luther
black box
Glass.
operator ready to deploy. Please stand
Did
clear.
we lose that objective? Survive Doll's operator ambush. Doll's operator tricked me by impersonating a crew number and luring me into the trauma center. Okay. So But why did I hack it first? Why did I heal it first? They have to be down to be hacked. Unlike the other kinds of turrets and things.
My mistake.
System alert. Flying CAP. Status as red. Temperature clear. Operator deployment resuming.
So let's ask this question. This guy's body is missing now, so once again, if you mind jacked somebody, that wouldn't have really helped
Nice
you.
to see you.
Luther Glass, we kind of already knew was dead.
New operator.
There's this mimic operator. He's over here.
N
Oh.
dash CN9 black box operator ready to deploy.
A military
Please stand clear of knowledge.
operator. Right. So the whole saving Luther Glass side quest, we did, but it was a twist, it was a trap. Okay, good to know. Now, Gustav, letters. We've got several Talos lobby things that we can do. We also have a reason to go back to we have the reason to go back to the Neuromod division. Okay, so
I haven't had much success in calling up more fabrication plans, but I did have a design for a psychoscope chipset I've been tinkering with. I'd be honored if you found some use for it. Morgan, I was worried Darlo, his rescue team, had intercepted you.
They are NCN9 black box operators, not a rescue team. Rescue is not among their list of commands.
January, not now.
Yes, of course, but Dal, his arrival may help us, as long as you have not killed him.
not yet.
Dal, he's a recipient of several neuromods, a standard array of combat, tactics, interrogation mods. As I'm sure you know, your father, the board, is very thorough.
Dr. Igwe, please present your conclusion to Morgan.
Igwe, if there is a point.
Well, yes. You see, Dal's mods are early C-series betas and vulnerable. As such, he has old-school thinking on some matters. If we remove them, he may forget his mission here, yet we would still have access to the shuttle and a way home, provided his piloting knowledge remains intact. It's a risk, but worth taking, I think.
This is
He'll
the
have
only
to be
way
subdued,
we
of course.
save.
I'm afraid that task falls to you.
There is no one else alive on the station who can pilot the shuttle.
It's worth a try. And there's been enough killing.
Your office is relatively secure. Come back if you need to rest or use the fabricator.
So, yes, we're going to knock him out and he's going to be the
I'd
person
like to
who really
listen to it
saves.
now. If you're ready, Morgan.
She's going to listen to the tape of me killing the husband, killing her father. Let's
Thank you.
give him his...
It's a strange
music.
feeling. I hold Leitner's gift to the world in my hands. He will live on. I wish my wife could have heard him play again. That was brave of you. To recover the connectomes for me, I appreciate it. I appreciate all you and TranStar have done for me.
I got an achievement for doing that quest. It's interesting. So we're trying to be the nice guy. We're trying to do as many things nice as possible. Still have this wedding ring that I don't even know where that quest is coming from. It probably isn't smart to get rid of spare parts, even though we would need some of that. No, I'm just gonna get rid of 10 EMP charges. Like, we've got one other EMP charge. Arguably, I should just get rid of 4 recycler charges too, because we're not using them. And then null wave transmitters and lures. Since we now know Mind Jack and null wave is the same, we'll do that. Also, do need to keep the wrench, surprisingly. I am taking a decent amount of damage, but I still probably could recycle 7 of these and be fine. Plus I got plenty of food. This is gonna be all about...
Morgan?
He just says Morgan when you're near him.
Morgan, hooked up some more supplies. Take what you need, and don't be shy about using it. I don't think they will.
Where's the more supplies? I don't see any supplies here.
In some ways, I wonder if Dahl is worse than the Typhon. The security station in the lobby might have weapons. Perhaps the coral is a kind of reservoir of all the energy the Typhon have been accumulating.
No, I don't think so. I'd say the coral bears a striking resemblance to a nervous system.
You believe the Typhon are building a disembodied mind?
It's only a hunch. If I had more time to study it.
Study.
Interesting how the audio just kind of clips there. Yeah, I don't know what resources she's talking about. I don't see any resources here. Unless she hands...
I don't understand.
So we need shotgun shells more than anything. Unless we need handgun shots that would increase the number of, like, critical shots with the golden gun. I hate to be crafting...
Is this a joke?
This weapon upgrade kits. Might even run out of anti-rad pills. Right, so golden gun upgrade. Accuracy. We have a suit chipset that's new. Increased protection against physical damage. So that replaces Polyshield Volume 2, which we already had. And then reduce damage when sliding. We really are just getting the exact same chipsets 2 or 3 times. And then, what do we have? Regenerate Psi on contact with coral, which is not something that's very helpful. As far as objectives now, we're very possibly going to end up losing favor with this lady. Still have 4 more drop points. Open the cargo doors and the guts. is some side quest. So there's a reason to do that.
Morgan.
Okay. There's nothing new to
Wait,
say to
you
him.
said Morgan had gotten medical supplies for you. Were you injured?
Nerves. A lot of them shutting off. Could barely see. Was seeing spots. Must have been something down in the power plant.
Spots in your vision? Sounds like white noise. You know, there was a time when we invested research into the white noise phenomenon to see if perhaps it might be tied to psionic ability.
Paraplexis. It is a medical condition. A physical condition. I've heard the speculations you and others like you have made and the claims of the enhanced perceptions. I assure you, there are none, and you have no idea what it is to feel it.
Miss Illusion, my apologies. You are correct, and that was not my intention, but paraplexis. That means no neuromods. Your body would reject them. Why would TranStar have allowed you on this station?
They did not know at the time.
But
So, this
everyone is
is-
screened. How? That is a lot of potential litigation to take on, and the penalties.
This has a shield over it, so it
Morgan,
can't be hacked.
Found out. But let me stay.
Well, I'm certainly glad we never scanned you for aptitude data. The complications.
I would not have let you anywhere near me.
So yeah, they're just having a lot of conversation here. Let's talk.
Are you all right? The download came through. It's ready.
Okay. So,
Morgan.
last option to delete it, I suppose. Let's go ahead and make a quick save. And just see if he kills you. But even if it kills you...
Initiating test procedure 29. Variant C, subject V-010655-32.
Subject 32 is in the chamber.
Psychoscopes on, everyone.
Do you have a family?
Prep the Typhon Cacoplasmus.
I have a daughter. They took me from her. I was promised I would see her again. I signed your papers.
Let's stay focused, everyone.
Your family. You must hate them very much to do this. I hear it in your voices.
Track his vitals.
32 is showing signs of distress. Elevated cortisol, heart rate, perspiration. Nothing in the red yet.
Look at me. Look at the man you're killing.
Mimic is in the tube.
Permission to release.
What's funny is the
Morgan?
character is just not going to even react.
What you do
Oh,
kills
she did
us
react.
both.
Release. Typhon Cacoplasma specimen is in the chamber with subject 32. Subject, Subject vital signs are gone.
Make a note. Replication followed the usual pattern. Appears unaffected by the subject's age. Morgan, did you get a good scan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Data
definitely
looks
feels
good.
like this should
Scrub
be
it
a
and send it up to me as
cutscene
soon as you can.
and not just
I
in
want a new
engine.
design on the mimicry connectomes before I dive into the sim again.
So, yeah. You definitely would want to warn
You?
somebody.
Perform the procedure? The what? Killed him? And you knew? Why? And to think, Morgan, I thought you were trying to help me. Why would you save me to do this? To buy back some guilt? So I'd forgive you? My father is right. You don't understand. Your father, mother, your stupid, deluded brother. You will never understand family. You don't even understand what it means to be human. Get the hell away from me.
Okay. So, I guess that worked probably as good as it would have. Military operator copycat. What does that mean? Ouch. something that occurs to me here, potentially, is that since there are things here I've never seen before, let's just hit that 3 times and hit this 3 times. I probably have done that before. Probably done everything before. If I had the keycard to this, yeah, wouldn't have known when I would have gotten it, for sure. Seems like that gets placed back there, even though I moved it. So military operator copycat, military operator copycat. Those I guess are just in the oh, copycat, and it says brown. Now that I can fly up, I could probably jump on these platforms and run around a little bit more. Okay. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time we've been to this area, but the thing that we're doing now is we're just searching the volunteer quarters. We don't need to search the entire area. Just sit here and see what happens. Like the technopath here. See, this is a case where the telepath and the technopath, telepath, whatever it is actually called, they're just spawning and fighting the other characters. We'll use our last dismiss repel nightmare. Now that there are turrets here, there might be an argument to hacking all of these. But honestly, it's probably a waste of time, so on second thought, I'm just going to leave it alone. Like, here's December. Yeah, we could hack the turrets and we could hack the military drones, and then they could fly around and try to be some kind of defense against mimics who aren't even that big of an issue. If anything, it's more frustrating to do all this hacking than it would be to just shoot mimics. This is the first nightmare that was in this area. You don't ever really see the dirt skiff again. Yeah, and with your projection abilities, you really can. Ouch. You can get up and do very high jumps, much higher jumps than I thought I would ever actually do in this game. I question if there's anything up there though. Alright. So the objective here was to investigate volunteer quarters of the Neuromod division. That's all we really need to do, so that's all I really plan on doing. Volunteer quarters, security station. Let's see, and we are looking for 65537. Let's see. We know where he is. We already knew where he was. He was on the Talos Bridge. So, yeah. That was an unnecessary side quest, really. I think main story, just taking out Doll in the cargo bay, in the shuttle bay, makes a lot of sense. Still really wants us to kill this guy. And see, I really don't like when games do that and potentially push you to killing a character, even if they're a bad guy, and then maybe not counting that against you as far as the moral decisions. This also creates a weird situation where I guess we know that the entirety of the volunteers are all dead, including, I guess, the other guy in Cytronics who we tried to save. So we've failed. And yeah, it just feels like the game is designed in such a way that you always would fail. Yeah. And see, now I'd have to find a security station to... Yeah. I'd have to find a security station to set my searches back to a better search. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of alarms. Any one of them could potentially be visually glitched. It's not a mimic though. I would kind of expect there to be a smuggler's thing. And honestly, I think the idea of secrets being in high up places is not something that they really are engaging with that much. There's some level of that certainly when we were just starting out, but I think they kind of gave up on that idea. And the idea of fixing control panels that are completely disconnected is another thing they've stopped doing. Make sure there's nothing in here. 32 of 2. Find this guy's body. Says he's up there. So the game is going to prove me to be wrong immediately. One of these days I am gonna fall and not have enough health. Is this glass? Is that the thing? I don't see a way you would get up here. Otherwise. But I do see that there's wires floating. So we had been in this area before. I just went that way and didn't investigate fully in the other direction. It's getting perhaps a little bit difficult to land now that you have the projection upward. Crew 1. Okay, so I now understand how this whole system works. Material processing. I have no idea where material processing is. But apparently it's over there. Particularly in this area, it seems like they created a lot of subdivision areas. Oh yeah, this was the whole area. With all of this. If it's corrupted, it's probably corrupted because of a thing. Yeah, it seems like this whole area has been reset to just straight mimics. This guy's gonna really attack me. So we got shotgun shells from
not you. But I keep hearing your voice and my father's voice. And it was not you. I know. You saved me because you wanted to. That is not the same person on the recording. Something's changed. I need to see that. I'm better now. I'll do what I can to get us off the station alive, but that log is coming with me. If you truly want forgiveness, you'll help me get it to where it belongs. No matter what that means for you.
Oops, hitting the wrong button here. I was just pulling the left trigger that whole time. Spare parts, Psi-Hypnose, and Q-beam cells. Over and over again, really is only going to encourage me to use the Q-beam weapon, which I really can't use that much. And this room was totally reset, I'm fairly certain, because unless I just died and reset this area at some other time.
Up to you.
Where's the science operator? I could use a repair, I'm sure. You know what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll also just eat some food. And this will give us an excuse to have eaten a lot of food. We'll just like eat one of everything. There's no telling how I'd ever really know if I've eaten one of everything until I got the achievement. But yeah. Well-fed bonus, bumping me up. Not a terrible thought. You would think if you had hacked these things already, that would play a role too. Or if you had fortified or hacked turrets, that would play a role. Feels like that popped up out of nowhere. I'm going to risk this and make 9mm bullets. You get 12 shotgun shells, or you get 30 9mm bullets. And that's all the material I could afford. We have massive amounts of exotic material, massive amounts of organic material, but we have not much of anything otherwise. Well-fed bonus is slowly increasing our health, but eating a bunch of food doesn't really speed up the process. We got a nice resolution by telling the lady the truth. We now have everybody detected in a lot of places. We missed somebody in the power plant, which we know we missed that person, and we missed somebody in life support. Is it worth it to go back to psychotronics and find the bodies when we don't have a quest? I think I mostly want to find this person in the shuttle bay. I think that might be a good one to pick. None of it really seems to matter too much. Does just seem like you're going to end up running around a lot. Well-filled bonus is still triggering. And I do suspect that there is an alarm somewhere around here. Or a secret alarm. Obviously, though, the next step is to take out the guy. We're not going to kill him. We'll just tase him like we tased the other guy, the imposter chef. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's see if we can do this. Yep. And I suspect when you do something like this, you are incredibly safe. Right. So the only thing that would, I guess, be somewhat surprising is if we got on the shuttle bay, in the shuttle bay, and immediately were attacked by the guy himself. Wouldn't be surprised if we're attacked by
Operator deployment resuming.
We can see that there's Phantom and a lot of defense. Just like let these guys fight amongst each other.
Requesting new operator.
I was thinking that the golden gun would get
-CN9
more.
Black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Right. We'll hack these then, I guess. My thought was that we could just sneak around there, and that they would just fight mimics for me. It doesn't seem like that ever really is the case. It definitely seems like there's just a lot of scenarios that
Suit integrity damaged. Aperture cleared. Operator deployment resuming.
I was hoping that the gun would be better. Right. Now the danger, I guess, here is if I hack these and then these guys decided to go and kill the guy for me on my behalf before I could stun him. That would suck. Turret. Turret broken, turret.
Requesting new operator.
Yep. I think that probably buys us enough time now.
-CN9 black box operator
Interesting.
ready to deploy. Please stand
The
clear of
oxygen
aperture.
and the power was not on in this place. When we first were here. Ouch. Like, you just can't hack these guys. Or maybe you can't hack them when they're in the super scope mode. That might be the case. The angle direction there made that more difficult. How many spare parts do I have to spend on all of this? Well, that becomes definitely a problem, is that you... Here's a thing, let's see what... Mimic... What it's like to hit a mimic. And you have stealth and have everything that turned up. Yeah, it didn't work particularly well. Needing all that food and having the well-fed bonus. I don't think worked particularly well. Oh, these guys.
Operator deployment resuming.
Let's see. The jetway is already extended. Flight check system will analyze. All systems normal, good. So, I don't think there's anything here. I think we just straight up land here. Let's make a quick save. Let's equip our disruptor gun. Let's make sure we're in combat focus mode. And here we go. I guess we're searching for his tech officer's location. Well, take a bunch of food while we're here. So you just have a computer to scan. That is definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting to run in here, find something else. Cargo hold. Locked, can't open it. Probably can't get anywhere else. How many seats do we have here? Well, looks like more than enough, really. Although the cargo is not particularly secured, so. But yeah, this looks like more than enough to free most people. Let's see. This is from unknown. Copied to all known points of contact. Initiate Komazod's protocol. Wheels up and orbital inside an hour. Mission orders will be transmitted en route. Transfer parameters. Let's see.
Commander Dole, this is William Yu, acting chairman of the TranStar Board of Directors.
I will need your credentials to authorize this mission.
Of course. My authentication sign is Zeta Invictus Emperor Tangerine.
Sign checks out. Good morning, Director Yu. Shuttle is hot and holding orbit. Awaiting mission parameters.
You must secure every piece of Cobalt clearance level technology and research aboard Talos I. Then eliminate all TranStar personnel.
All.
no survivors.
It's your show. And their funeral.
Payment will be deposited into 6 separate Benelux accounts after you transmit evidence of success.
I leave my operator feeds on. Just keep watching.
We strongly advise deploying your technical officer to a station router inside the firewalls first. Ideal location would be the station exterior, near the power plant grids.
Yes, I've seen the schematics, Mr. Yu. Goodbye.
You will destroy this transmission after.
So, clock says 15:11 now. Alright. So, okay. It looks to me like there's a locked door we can't get to. And the objective now is to disable a tech officer who's hiding somewhere in the exterior. Disable him, don't kill him. Okay. The technical officer may be a robot. An operator. If I want to open the cargo doors, I could... Okay, I think the open the cargo doors quest, though, is inside the guts. Alright. Turret, military operator, turret. And we've got all these turrets here, and they probably would just attack humans that I'm trying to save, so let's go hack them since turrets don't give you spare parts.
Structural upgrades detected.
There really may only be 2 turrets that are still in working order.
Structural upgrades detected. Range 0.7.6. Verbose.
Let's see.
Scanning target material.
Wasting spare parts. I guess if you really had just been collecting spare parts this whole time. Yeah, you could probably fortify and repair all these turrets. This is way too much hacking in one section though, and it really highlights a desire to just have a system where the game gives up after a while and lets you auto hack for level 1 hacks. I mean, it would make a lot of sense to have the game say when you get to level 2 hacking, you auto hack level 1 things. When you get level 3 hacking, you auto hack level 2, and then that would only create a situation where level 4 hacks actually required hacking if you upgraded everything. These turrets don't really turn around and attack each other, so it is just...
Requesting new operator.
And I am just out of resources at this point. Again, if you got some small amount of XP or resources from hacking, this would make so much more sense. And these military operators are not strong enough.
N-CN9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear for ravaging. Insufficient material. Standing down. System alert. Repairs needed.
Yeah, that really felt like more of a waste of time than it really should have been. Okay.
Coming through.
The military guy is down there. How do we reach him? Just don't really know of. Just do some quick recycling. Where's the fire? It really does just feel like the whole game is reset some fire spots and forgotten about some save spot stuff. Alright. Well, the good news is I know shotgun shells are the only gun to go with. Bad news is I don't have the minerals. Yeah, he's over there. Let's look at the map. He's gotta be, I guess, in the escape bays. Escape pods. That would make sense. I just don't even see the flames. It's not rendering. So the game is just glitched. This wouldn't be a terrible place to throw a recycling grenade. Like, could we carry a lot more junk in this little central spot? Probably, but I'll just do that. Yeah, I think that may have worked out very nicely to give me some more minerals. Let's see if we can just like immobilize with the glue these guys. We can do this. Yes. Mobilize with the glue. That guy. And then hack this guy. We've got plenty of glue bullets, and that's about the only thing we do have, so maybe that is the idea of what they wanted us to do a lot more of. It would bring back some usefulness as far as the glue guns go. When these guys are hacked, though, they can't do anything for you.
Scanning target typhon material inconclusive. Logging calibration request.
So I just didn't like search this body. Was just not very thorough. I'm really confused as to why this escape pod worked. It definitely seems like the implication is that none of the escape pods would have worked. Although I guess this does have a panel on it, which the others did not. Okay. What I want to do here is see if I can crouch down, see if I can mimic matter. Alright, for a brief second there was a target. But if I'm gonna mimic matter, I basically have to mimic it on top of this. You'd think that this you could just press to open, which means we need to find something, some small thing that you'd think there would be a coffee cup or something around here. Right, oxygen bottle. Up here. Just very carefully place it down. This is just going to really suck. My only guess is you probably want to put it down here. So how do you drop it? X button. Seriously. Is it more of a case like this? It might be. I may just have lacked enough creativity to stand on this and then crouch down and zoom in. Right. I surprisingly don't seem to have very many bolts, which that doesn't make any sense. Like, you really have to be super far away. Okay. I've got an idea. Now, let's find one of these bolts. No, you pick them up when you shoot them, don't you? It almost seems like you could hit the button here. Almost seems like you can get just close enough to get a prompt. I swear I saw an X button prompt there. Alright. We already have Typhon DNA. We're not going to get the achievement for that. So, remote manipulation 1 as a mod. I just don't see how else you would have interacted with that. Well, look at that. As I was running there, I definitely saw an X button. Where it said, but like as I was walking up, I'm almost 100% sure. For a brief second, it said that. No target. No target. Doesn't it just feel totally like this is a glitch and you should be able to do this? There's a foam flex bolt. If we shoot our mimic matter and we can target the foam flex bolt, finally, Sci-Hypno Heavy Gear Optimizer Flex Foam Bolt, Flex Foam Bolt, Flex Foam Bolt, Flex Foam Bolt button wouldn't have worked anyways, so it was broken, which I don't want to initialize a launch control here, but I may not have much of a choice. In fact, I may have to just straight up yeah. There's just not like a secret passage or anything here. You would think that just like hitting this with the wrench a couple times would be an interesting twist. Hi. Actually won't let me save. Let's just see what happens here. So I'm gonna stand here. I'm going to menu, split down to 1, drop that. Where did it go? Can't even see it. Okay, try that again. Stand a little bit further back. Split. Oh, they're all clipped. Everything's clipping. Drop an apple. Okay, Methuselah apple. Like there's not a path through all of this. Methuselah apple not working. Perhaps something a little bit flatter, like a bag of candy. It's a bit bigger. Wow, and the game saved at that point. Yeah, I just don't think that was worth the multiple attempts that I took. Interesting, there's just foam flex bolts now that we can't use. I hope I found every other body in this area, but there's really no telling. Ah, the big reward though would be this suit chipset. Increase movement while aiming with the glue cannon or Q-beam. Heavy gear optimizer, which we already had. So we could have had that a little bit earlier. We did waste neuromods on remote control, which we may use in a different place anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. Thing I want to do now is just run up here. As soon as we find some water, I imagine we'll be able to refill our psi powers, so no real concern on that. It's fake screen here. Might be an indicator. Let's check this out. That gets us here in this room. Drinking water gives us a decent amount of psi power, not all the psi power. But in all fairness, drinking water a second time. Then does give us our psi power almost to max. Let's see. So as far as crew in the shuttle bay, Frank Jones, engineer, is safe. This one. There's 3 bodies to find. Let's find them. If anything attacks me, I will glue it and hack it. Or just hack it if it's broken. Yeah. We are short on spare parts overall. So this, I guess, is an indication that somebody glued their way, glue gunned their way up to this point, and honestly I would have had to really have paid attention quite a bit to recognize that that was what was going on. I would have almost certainly just seen the glue gun marks and assumed that that was something I did. Tried to land at an awkward angle there on this slanted railing. There's almost certainly a mimic around here somewhere. Right. Let's find this one. Next. I suppose
Radiation poisoning detected. Seek medical.
let's go ahead and take a anti-red message.
Radiation poisoning detected. Seek medical attention.
Where's the body? She's right in the middle of all that. Now, if we're irradiated, as far as the status, 100% irradiated, doesn't seem like it really does too much to you. You could get rid of irradiation sources with a recycler pod or recycler grenade, which, you know, for safety's sake, let's just do that. Like, we searched the body, we found the body. Now let's interesting. I thought that would have done a lot more.
Seek medical attention.
But apparently you can't get rid of irradiation sources with the recycler grenade, or I just didn't throw it far enough. My shotgun here is not showing any bullets. Its screen is off. I don't know if there's a specific reason for that. Now its screen is back on. Now its screen is off. Now its screen is on. Feels like the textures are just popping in left and right. Is this because of radiation sickness? That would be weird. We may run out of radiation bullets. Or radiation things. Yeah, it just really feels like we've got major texture popping in and out all over the place. And very possibly the wrong textures popping in and out. Like, I don't think that's the right texture for that. Alright. Where is our safe guy? Frank Jones, flight engineer, safe but unknown. Probably makes an argument that we shouldn't search for him, and instead we should go maybe the life support next. I mean, it almost just doesn't really even matter where you go or what you do. The game really likes to have you go in multiple directions. There's also an argument to going to the guts, which we'll do that, yeah. We'll hit the guts after we take out the tech operator and see how much we can actually accomplish. Man, I really don't have any material. Would it benefit me to throw a recycling grenade in an area like this? I mean, just throw that there. Throw that there. I imagine this game is programmed in an engine where an item is labeled as a certain type of material, and as such you aren't really having to program what kind of resources a recycled grenade would turn something into, because it is just built directly into what it would look like. There's still a lot of things here you can't pick up and move, so if the idea was that you were just supposed to play some visceral cleanup crew and throw as much as possible in a corner to throw a recycling grenade to get resources, it's not really fully polished. It's not fully programmed in a way that you can actually do that. It's also possible, certainly, that it's not as complicated as I think it is, and the game actually just gives you random resources based on the items you pick up. If the reployer has a lot of metal in it, that would be nice. It would give us an excuse or something to do with the reployer.
I'm told my ops are hidden as an HR expense in the TranStar books. It's true. I do solve people problems. Your workmates hiding in the cargo bay are going to suffocate in a few minutes. Maybe you can save them, but you'll have to come out of the walls, Rat. Life support. The clock is ticking.
Morgan, Dal's cut off oxygen to the cargo bay. There's nothing I can do from here, and none of the doors are responding. Atmosphere controls are in life support. If you can help, do it quick, or this is the last time we'll be talking.
Miss Salazar is right to be alarmed, though her assessment is mistaken. Dal is manipulating the oxygen and nitrogen mixture. With nitrogen flooding into the atmosphere, anyone in the cargo bay will asphyxiate far more quickly than had he simply cut the oxygen. I suspect they'd already be dead if Dal weren't trying to use them to manipulate you.
Okay. So how do we get to life support? Quickly. I took too long, I guess. Oh, this sucks. Let's look at the map. Because this is gonna mess us up. Well, in the shuttle bay, to get to the life support from the shuttle bay, we need to go back to the Talos I lobby. There's no other way. Alright. Can't get that high. So this gives us a reason why you had that ability to reset everything in life support. We may very well just end up back in the shuttle bay, but I think the first thing to probably do would be to like maybe we could go to the exterior. I wouldn't be surprised if we never fight another phantom in this elevator. Yeah, from life support we may be able to just get to the exterior. Anyways. And we ran through the life support area before and didn't do anything. If anything, this teaches me we need to take out this guy. He is just such a big threat. That. Right. Now on the map, atmosphere control. Not what we're doing yet. Oxygen flow control. Yep, that's what we're doing.
Casper.
I read you.
What's the situation in cargo bay?
Hold it.
Morgan, you did it. I'll arrange transport with the medical operator. Then we can see about removing his neuromod. And hopefully, gaining his shuttle in the process.
Oxygen flow control. There's a whole thing here. Interesting. Oxygen flow control room. Fans are okay. Like, Man, you gotta really face that area. Air mixture, place. We need a repaired part. We need a spare part. The good news is we can, I think, get one from this guy. Which should just let us repair this. Take this. Place this here.
Morgan, the air's flying again. I can breathe. And I hope this means Dal can't. Thank you. A little longer and... Never mind. Elazar out.
Okay. So Dal is now taken care of. So I do need to probably not eat a super fruit, but let's just drink alcohol too once. We're gonna be really drunk. We have no mineral material at all. We did all that recycling of metal things, including reployers, and it still didn't work for us. Which means, yeah, I definitely need to recycle this gun for mineral material. Right. While we're drunk, we have a water here. Will that fix being drunk? Doesn't seem like it will. Does the status actually tell us how long we'll be drunk? Effects are temporary. Nope. So drinking 2 waters was enough. And then it doesn't seem like one damages the other. So these guys are just down now. So we can get a whole bunch of Q-beams and items. We can investigate the possibility of, I guess they were taking out some Typhons. Seems to me like military operators may still be a thing, though. We'll just have to investigate that further. The problem here still is that you're still not really going to, like, you're not going to fight nothing. I assume these military operators are going to end up not staying around. Where is this? Telepath, technopath, whatever. I think there might actually be 2 of them. So you've got your Q-beam gun. That was the guy I just ran past before. How many mimic corpses are around to potentially give you resources? And how useful are those resources? Cargo bay locked, so does seem like yeah, I have no idea where the technopath organs went. Whatever. Let's go in here and see if we can find a security. This is a supply depot, not a security console. The security console is actually over here.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you. Diagnosing superficial injuries. Nothing a portable medical kit can handle. Please, hold still. This will only take a moment. Good as new. Please fill out a patient experience questionnaire so I can serve you better next time.
So I definitely feel like it's really unfair for the game to give you things that look like they're metallic and would give you mineral resources, and then for you to waste a recycler grenade to find out that it's not actually giving you mineral resources. Interesting, a weapon upgrade. Was it always there? Right. In life support, there are 3 people worth looking for. 1 is in the power plant, 2 are in the life support area. So let's go find them since we're already here. Again, like a lot of material here. I guess I'll just keep on wasting recycler charges until I figure out if anything works. It's actually, I guess, a fairly limited list is what I think I'm figuring out. Tech officer is this direction? I don't think so. Yeah. It's like these things here. Those are what you would want to potentially throw a recycler grenade on, and I don't even know if, like, if we went really crazy and picked this up and put that in here, and then there we go. That wasn't a recycler grenade. If anything, that just kind of cleaned up the area more than anything else. I guess I could have tried to carry more of these frames all in one space, and I could have seen if that would have worked too. How would that work on this map? It's just gotta be, yeah. It's just gotta be in the escape pod base. We still don't want to kill the tech officer, so if we see any human, we'll shock it. Yeah, and I just want to be really careful. It doesn't make a lot of sense to make neuromods. I may have... Let's see, I need 5 more weapon upgrade kits, and potentially all of that would happen on its own. Two shotgun shells. That guy's worth killing with a shotgun. Those guys give you actual resources. Kane Rosito, tech officer. It's possible that I will have to run back to that whole area. Let's just see what a Q-beam shot would do on these guys. Where does this take us? Power plant. I do just want to try and find everybody that we can find in this level before we leave. Now, I'm making a grave assumption here that we aren't just going to end up coming back multiple times more. Let's see. I guess these lists of people. Let's see. Life support and power plant. Let's find the climate control chief. And then we'll go to life support. Well, are we in life support or are we in... Where are we? We are in life support. So we'll go to the power plant afterwards. It's not that hard to find most of these people just by default if you play thoroughly. But like most video games, it's going to be that last 10% takes 90% of the effort kind of concept. I'm going to make a quick save here. I had a thought that there might be something up here. And now that we have a gliding ability, we really could get up here. But, yep, there isn't anything here. No secrets or anything like that. Okay, what's the body we're looking for? 20 meters up that way. So I guess there is a little bit of a secret. Air mixture regulator fabrication plan. We don't have a need, I think, for that, but interesting. We got an achievement for doing that. Finding everybody in this area or finding that specific guy. So, looks like we've done as much as possible to keep people alive, which is nice. I remember this area was in particular a little weird. Okay. In the power plant, we have 2 characters to find and this guy. So we'll start with this guy and then we'll come back.
New operator. N-CN9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
So this whole bad guy operators still are a thing. And we never found this breach.
Dr. Yu, Dr. Igwe, we have the subject, Dal, and his life signs are stable. Thank you. We are prepping him in the Neuromod division now. Come as soon as you can.
N-9 black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
So now the game wants us to take them back to the Neuromod, go back to the Neuromod division again, which feels like it's going to bring us all the way back to the main game. I'm hoping that that guy works fairly well. Should have been doing this though. Yeah, it makes so much more sense to not waste the bullets, glue them, and then hack them. And then my hope is I just hack 3 or 4 of them in an area, and then the operator fabricators stop fabricating more of them. So just leave that guy where he is. We never found a way to turn off the power here. Which maybe that's just intentional. Looks to me like the people we're looking for probably are down at a lower level. The guy's on our side, I guess. We can take a side stroll out of the area. This is where I put out some fires. Almost certain. Jean Fuzzer. Is that who we're actually looking for? Yep. She's lower. Okay. This was the area that we did a lot of stuff with. Let's check the map. A little confused. Oh yeah, I know who this is. This is the one that I couldn't figure out how to get to. But maybe now I can figure out how to get to.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you. Diagnosing. Looks like you've had a rough day. I'll have you feeling better soon. All done. Don't forget to complete a patient questionnaire. Your feedback will be invaluable.
I still don't have the arming key if the plan was to actually blow up the whole facility. Okay. Jean Farrer. Farrier, whatever. We couldn't reach this before. Let's see if we can remote manipulate. Yes, we can. And we can see there we just have a mimic. Phantom. I very much question whether I question whether my extra propulsion jump would have gotten me up to that area too. Where's the mimic? Atmosphere control room key. Supply crate. Yeah, I can see myself accidentally ignoring all the supply crates around here. Slight danger, I guess, now as we try to climb through all of this. Okay. Let's run back this way and let's hope that that was the body that was furthest away from this whole area.
Hello. Good to see you again, Dr. Yu.
The key card we just got, I don't even know where that really unlocks. So I wouldn't be surprised if I just got a key card to a completely different area. Still really not sure about that. You really have to question whether this is what you would want from this game. It's definitely not what I want. I don't want to constantly going forward for what potentially could be many more hours of gameplay fight these things. But that may very well be what the game is, just because of the case that if it isn't that, then it turns into nothing. My hope here . I think almost certainly there is a body here. So another way in this engineering office is... Would there possibly be some way high up to reach the other area? It says where the body go? Multiple objectives. This guy is down that way.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
It's really not super surprising
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
that you would miss multiple things. In the reactor room was so big. Okay. Land. Reactor access. I don't want to take on a nightmare and fight it when I can just run away from it. Like, if anything, I should have just turned off the flashlight and let it recharge. Now that you have your health fairly high,
Hello, nice to see you.
you also really don't have a reason to have to fight back. But even if your health is fairly low, I guess you don't really have a reason to fight back against the nightmares. And it's nice you have movement tech, finally. It's pretty decent in this game, but compared to BioShock, you would have definitely had the movement tech a lot faster. This whole protocol may never get disabled. And that could turn into an annoyance. Just make sure firefighter guy isn't this direction. Remote manipulation. No target. So I'm still not really sure how I'm supposed to get into the engineering offices. Unless there's an oxygen refill option on one of the computers. The power plant monitoring here won't let you do anything. It'd have to be it would have to be something pretty slick. Or a new area. I guess that would make sense if there was just a whole new area we haven't been before. Let's go up here. I bet this is a place we've already been. Yep. But I'll search it again just in case. Walk backwards through it. It says exterior breach detected beyond this point. So there needs to be a power plant hull breach that we find out in the exterior. Man, it's far too easy to just spend 2 hours.
Welcome. Maybe I can help you.
Like 2 hours doing these side missions that maybe lead towards something, a final resolution of the game, but also very possibly are more busy work than anything else. It would be interesting, I guess, if there was an achievement around gluing the nightmare. You probably could. I could see that happening. Where you glue the nightmare. Okay. And then just wait 2 minutes for it to disappear.
Hello,
okay.
Nice to see you.
Is there any way from this angle to get behind that area? Doesn't seem like it. So you do have to approach it from the bottom. Should that make some sense? Like, you really can't do anything while you're being grav elevated here. I kind of feel like the grav elevators. Oh, you can see dripping blood. I think they do a good job of doing something kind of new and creative. Let's see, remote manipulation. Wouldn't work. I don't know how you're supposed to get up there. Got this here, which could possibly lead to standing on those two little signs. But man, is that finicky. Doing that works. See, this feels like this is really more of an experiment than something that should have been in an actual goal or in the finished product. It doesn't seem like you can reach up there. You know what we can do though is we could certainly glue our way. I think we can glue our way up to that point. And we can make a platform here. Okay. I guess that's a thing. If you remember that you can even glue, I guess that's a thing. It'd be really nice if there was a security console here. But this isn't a security console.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
And I still think the smuggler's caches that we're looking for probably have a red light under them. So off to space we go. So power plant hull breach is what we're looking for. And while we're out here, we're looking for the technical operator.
Microgravity
The stun. Just go and hack one. Immediately going outside, we see a much more aggressive environment from what we had seen so far in the emptiness of space. You can see there's a technopath there. Airlock Hardware Labs. Tech officer is way over there. Right. We generally, I think, know. Hull breach cargo bay. This guy decided to attack me. And man, I missed it. There's a Typhon organ. Yeah, forget it. It's not worth it. We are here. Hull breach power plant. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. It's a real problem in a game when you have the player just saying, forget it, it's not worth it. I feel like I probably have been in this environment before. I think the game is just glitched, honestly. I think that's really what's going on here, is that I'm seeing neuromods in this hull breach area that just don't exist. We have already collected that. Like, this is Michaela's office, and this is Talia Brooks' office. I'm almost 100% sure we've already done all this and seen all this. Unless it wasn't the power plant that we were in, which wouldn't make much sense because we were in the reactor area. Yep. If there was some way to fix the hull breach in this environment, I don't know how. Could really pull that off. The game seems to indicate that there isn't anything here. And so I think I just have to live with that. We've seen multiple times now where the outside exterior just does not feel like it matches the interior looking out, which definitely echoes the idea at the beginning of the game. Okay. I don't know if I'm in the right place. I don't think I am. I want to just kind of come out closer this way and see if we can find the tech operator, tech officer. that's where we're focused. It's just getting to him. And I feel like he's probably just on the other side of the spaceship. Yeah, I really have to question, if you were to say make a sequel to this, would you want it on the same space station, or would you want to try something different? Like, a different space station probably wouldn't change too much. I think that is also kind of the problem with Bioshock Infinite, is that Columbia, as a new potential space station, or a new potential area, was not different enough, or wasn't really adding anything new to the mix. Compared to Rapture, which arguably they should have just maybe focused on Rapture a little bit more. So I'm getting hit here and there, but I don't think with a significant amount of damage. It does kind of feel like it would just be more logical. Alright, we're gonna have to take out this guy. Big explosion. Tech officer. Not there. So he's on cargo bay B. Feels like that big explosion helped either spawn or knock a bunch of stuff.
Suit integrity damaged.
We'll just heal herself. Where are you hiding, tech officer? If anything, it feels like he is in the cargo bay with the other humans. Not in the exterior at all. We'll get tight shots here on a military operator, and then we'll hack. Come on. Why bother with all this nonsense? Probably could shoot the guys in this case, because they probably wouldn't spawn anymore anyways. See, the objective says, oh, we have a new suit chipset, and where did we find that? Sneak in attacks, restore some health. see. These are repeated chipsets. While we're at it, we'll eat some food. Oh, man, how many times have I come to the menu? Sable Doll's tech officer is hiding somewhere in the exterior. Okay. Yeah, multiple times I have gone into the menu and done one thing and then forgotten the reason I actually came into the menu in the first place. Where'd the tech officer go? 15 feet. 13 feet. Or meters. So he's just on the other side of this. Here's the entrance. And then we'll just have to be fairly careful. I'm almost out of glue gun stuff. And he's just stuck in the wall. Is this going to be the final thing to stop all the other military things from attacking me? I bet not. I bet they just constantly attack.
Doors are working again, Morgan. Nice work. I'm taking what's left of my crew to the atmosphere controls and life support. We're going to clear out those shit-can operators and make sure there are no more mishaps with the air on this station.
Intercepting operational. Sensitives routing to shuttle cache.
Populate his entire crew with customized operators. You made the mistake of hanging as hard as a machine. Flesh and blood is messy, Morgan, but it's the only thing that matters in the end.
F-21.
Well done. Your upload just kicked in.
Mechatronics data.
You mean the
Priority
algorithm?
tag. Delivery
We have
node.
important work to do.
LSPS-3.
So Casper here is just going to sit there and talk. And as far as our quests go, I think this is the only way to go. Could also meet Igwe. Guess we have a couple of different options to do. We can do multiple objectives over here, which may take us to the atrium. We have meet Igwe. And do we have anything else? Where are we with our objectives anyways? Oh, we can upgrade this gun to 100%, not 100% accuracy, only 85% accuracy. We can upgrade that a couple times. Okay. The thing I want to do, though, is we could go back to life support and do that. We can open the cargo doors in the guts, and we can do that. And the guts leads to something else. Alright. So, which way would get us back to the cargo bay? Hull breach cargo bay. That way, which means let's go that way. That should get us into the cargo bay.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Should I repair an engineer robot? Don't think so.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
What's gonna suck about this, though, is I need glue, and I don't think I can just create glue without using mineral resources also. Can I come in through this door? That's my hope, is yes. No container docked. What happened to our container? Is this a different area? That doesn't want to open. I think I would have thought this was Cargo Bay A. Let's see. See if I can find one. What's that? 5645? Let's see if we can do that one. Some of these other ones might also work too. 5645. Dock that shipping container. Undock gate 1. Like, a lot of these exclamation points, I know I read those before. This whole supply
Morgan,
crate.
we're in life support now. It's all clear. Air's normal across the board. I lost some good people fighting the black boxes. And Dal wasn't here. If you see him before I do, make him pay. Elazar out.
I already know where Dahl is. He's in the Neuromod division. Lost people fighting black boxes, which would be the the
Morgan,
military
Igwe,
operators.
I've isolated the neuromod inception dates. I'm running the secondary checks now. Please, hurry. Dal is our only way of Talos.
Okay. No plans to fabricate. So I don't know why the fabricator is broken. It says no plans to fabricate when we have plans. Would be very helpful to fabricate some things. Okay. So I think the game wants us to hurry to the neuromod division, which would mean don't go to life support or the guts. It does just feel like the game is moving us all over the place. We would have to go to life support just to get to the Talos lobby anyways. So yeah. I'll try and run here and just get a general idea of what the story is.
Good to see you again, Dr. Yu.
Nobody's here. They've all moved to life support, which is perhaps a more defendable position. Certainly makes a real argument to take all this food now. Yeah, there was a red light over this one too, so we just need to look for the red lights. Okay. I wish the game had been more willing to just point that out in the first place. Let's see. You know what, I'm just gonna go and craft one of these just in case we do need it. Like, I really don't have ammo for anything here. Let's see. I'm just letting him shoot me. Yeah, we don't even have enough for the glue canister. So the fact that I could have that air filtration thing in my inventory tells me that it might actually be something we need later. Alright, well, we've gone really long here. Let's make another save, and it is just the hope here that we would... I guess we should just always overwrite the oldest one. It's my hope we could get to the neuromod division fast enough, but the game does seem to really like to push me towards rushing. Which, yeah, it does definitely feel like this is a game where they want you to play it like Bioshock, where you're running and gunning, but then you don't have enough bullets, and that is the broken balance here. even playing on easy, is that unless the idea is to run away from conflict, which is not something most video gamers would ever do, you can't run and gun. You just can't pick up enough bullets. It would be interesting if somebody created a game where the more you run, for every meter you run, you gain another bullet, you gain another bit of energy or stamina, and then you just have guns that use that stamina. That way you're encouraged to constantly move, and when you slow down, maybe you lose bullets or you lose health. With a pause menu, that's perfect, would work fairly well, I imagine. But as this game is set up, it's just still dragging me in 12 different directions, and I still don't know if Daniel Shu is anywhere, or there's anything to do with Daniel Shu left. And we still have several side optional quests and main story quests, and every time we do the optional quest, the main story quest tends to push us back into those areas. The game just feels like it's going on and on and on. It almost feels like it should have been something more like the Nier Automata, I can't even pronounce the name of the game, where there are ways in Nier Automata to beat it fairly easily, and then the true endings are through the second playthrough, third playthrough. I think there's as many as 26 playthroughs, although a lot of endings are really short in Nier Automata. I wouldn't say the game should be like that, but it would have been kind of interesting if the game had its main gameplay loop of 5 hours. Then it told you really should play the game a second time because you didn't visit any of these locations, you didn't do any of these side options, you didn't even find half the people that you were supposed to find. But yeah, I don't know, even if you were on the main path, how you would beat this game in less than 20 hours. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and get me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.